All right, hopefully you can see me. Chief Prepper here. Good news is the Pontiac should be back up and drivable hopefully in about an hour. I dropped my drive shaft off this morning at 9:15. They called me and I picked it up at 2:30. So you can see there the end is taped where the U-joints are. And then those U-joints on that end have been replaced and I gotta put it back in. So the other thing I wanted to talk to you all about is, hopefully you can see this. You hear that? It's clicking. So hear that? Hopefully that's just a bearing and I can repack that tomorrow. Well, yeah, nothing's changed. Still lots of bad news. I'm very happy that the drive shaft's back. I'll get it back in hopefully in the next hour, and then the Pontiac is no longer down, like as in non-drivable. So I encourage all of you to keep prepping. I mean, I've said it before. Make a list and work the shit out of that list, and realize that list is prioritized, and you know, priorities change. So, you know, once this is done, get through basically Christmas. My wife's Christmas present should show up today or tomorrow. I don't think she watches my channel, so she got a nice 3D printer and then an enclosure for it. I'll let her know in mid-November that I got it for her so she can order some doodads for it, as in filaments and stuff. She's been showing me pictures of what a 3D printer can do for like 2 months, and finally over the weekend I'm like, do you want one? She's like, oh, it'd be really nice to have one. I'm like, okay, you got some money to put towards it? She's like, nope. I'm like, well, I ain't making no promises, but send me a list. So she sent me a list. It was like 10 items long. Well, you got to do better now. You got to narrow it down. And then I got her one, so hopefully she'll be happy with it. So I did the video about people will seek normalcy. So people think that, especially those who haven't gone to war, that, you know, war is all fighting. First of all, war is not all fighting. It's maybe at best 30% of your time, because war, it takes a lot of planning and a lot of work and a lot of effort to do that. So, and then your plan is only as good until the first fucking bullet flies, and then you need to be prepared to do an audible and change what the fucking plan is. So, and when I was a convoy commander, we had multiple routes planned in case they closed the road, blew a road shut on us. But most of the time when they did that, they did it in a place where we couldn't turn around or we couldn't deviate quickly, and it wasn't an option to blow through it with a big vehicle. So I'm going to say one other thing. The decision to survive a nuclear war has already been decided. 3 options are there. You're in the blast zone and you're dead immediately. You're not in the blast zone, but you get radiation poisoning, which is a pretty fucking awful way to die. It's like being worse than being burned alive, because you basically burn from the inside out. The third option is you're not in the radiation zone and you survive. So you have to decide after those 3 options are chosen for you, because you don't choose them unless you can move before something happens. Then if you're in the third option where you survived, then how do you want to live after that? So that's what prepping is going to do for you for that particular instance. And then of course, I did a video recently where so basically your preps are going to allow you to transition and not be in frantic mode. Having said all that, I encourage each and every one of you, as other channels will say, if you're not, get right with God. You may be seeing him sooner, you may not be. It doesn't really matter. The point is, you need to have that relationship, and it doesn't matter what God, Buddha, whatever, Hinduism, you know, Christianism, whatever. If you're an atheist or you're a devil worshiper, okay, not my cup of tea. if you don't have morals, try to find them. You're gonna need them. And then for everyone else, you know, I did a video about being prepared to deal with critters, and the hidden message in that video was, during or after a shift event, there may be two-legged predators and critters that you need to deal with. So Godspeed, everybody. Stay safe, and you know, make sure you watch where you're at, what you're doing. Had a crazy guy on the side of the street today, fucking looking like he was trying to knock somebody out, but there wasn't nobody in front of him, walking around bowing up like he's Billy Badass. I'm like, man, this motherfucker's crazy. You better not come over by me. Anyway, Chief Prepper out.